Hey, welcome. Um, so today we're contemplating a topic, okay? The topic is diet and why diet doesn't fucking matter, okay? You know, like you probably, I've dabbled, practiced, and really believed in a couple of different diets. Uh, doesn't really matter. Okay, it doesn't really matter if you're a frugivore, if you're a vegan, a vegetarian, a herbivore, granivore, omnivore, carnivore. And do you notice like there's contradictive information for each one of these? There's this one is the best. No, this is the best because ra 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 ra. And then there's the same thing being described as the most poisonous, most toxic, most there's a I think the topic of diet beyond all other topics is the one where you get the most contradictive videos and information about that, which is very interesting. And then I contemplate like, okay, now which one is best? Right now, the way I see it, my answer is I don't know, and I don't really care. Okay, carnivore, frugivore, raw, vegan, I don't know and I don't care, okay? The engine of life is a step down transducer that transforms the mega consciousness of God, you, and turns it into coherent divine light adamantine particles that are imparted upon souls so that we can have experience, okay? So again, the infinite eternal being of light energy, God, projects from eternity itself into the illusion of time and space so we can have an experience. So you can see Renato, so you can see YouTube, so you can see colors, besides just light energy expanding in all directions, you get to see Renato, you get to see YouTube, you get to see computer, you get to see phone, nature, green, yellow, blue, red, you know? So, yes, that is what I'm saying. There's no such thing as diet or health guidelines, okay? And I'll temporarily address what I'm actually talking about here as advanced molecular engineering, okay? And don't worry, it's not rocket science, it's pretty simple, actually, okay? So, my contemplation here is yes, you're either regenerating and supercharging your bodies, your physical, emotional, mental, la 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 bodies in this human experience, or you're corrupting them, you're debilitating them, okay? The only thing dictating one result or the other is always your underlying intentions and emotions behind your behavior, behind your actions. And this is exactly what I mean now. Check yourself for a moment, if you will. You can do this. What is my underlying intention and emotion at the root of it all when I do it? Why do I actually eat? Why do you actually eat? Why do you actually sleep? Why do you drink? Why do you breathe? Why do you have sex? Why do you exercise? Why do you create? Why do you communicate? Really contemplate and be curious and see, okay, I am welcoming the actual underlying intention behind why I do these things. Okay? So, when you actually clarify your natural drives, it stops being a hassle, it stops being an energy leaks, it stops being like a health concern or a health problem because what was actually causing the fucking issue in the first place are the underlying intentions, the unconscious emotions and intentions behind why you were eating in the first place. That's what was impacting your energy, your well-being, your health. It wasn't the matter thing that you eat. It's more than anything else what I'll share in a little bit, okay? So when you clarify your natural drives, you'll be able to direct your energy efficiently and effectively towards materializing what you'd like to experience. Okay? This is because you'll no longer be a slave to your urges. You'll no longer be craving stuff. You'll no longer be a slave to whatever the mind tells you to satisfy. Okay? Now, the thing is, this has happened with all of us. Okay? As long all of us, I didn't see anyone that this didn't happen to. With me, it happened. Okay? We've mastered falling into thought more than anything else. We've mastered falling into illusion, falling into identification with the matter itself, instead of returning into a state of presence, instead of returning into a state of presence in the eternal now moment. And because of that, there is no true transformation and liberation that you can create. All that will happen if you keep falling into thought, if you keep falling into what the mind comes up with, you have now created time, you've created the past, you've created the future, and you'll be walking in circles. All you can do and will do is walk in circles and contemplating to yourself, I've been here before. I actually know what's about to happen next. And then you're right. It happens again and again and again. Okay? You'll just be the hamster in the hamster wheel. You'll see shit happening over and over again. This is nothing new. I'm probably touching a point here. Okay? So the only way that I know of bypassing all of this is by consciously returning into a state of totality, into that state of complete presence in the now moment. When you notice that, I was identified with thought, I was identified with matter, I was falling into limitation. And this is not just when you're about to do something that you deem of importance, not just when things got a bit too overwhelming, now let me meditate. Brother, in every single moment, you are making trillions of the most significant, important decisions. After all, you are the fucking universe. If you didn't realize yet. So not just when things get a bit too overwhelming, or you're just, holy shit, I need to meditate, this is too much for me. No. Always returning to presence in the now moment when you realized, I fell into thought. Okay? This state, in the eternal now moment, this state of totality is beyond all limitation, beyond all problems. It is beyond all belief systems. Therefore, it seems like the most desirable state, is it not? Right? Unless for certain parts of you it ain't, of course. If it was actually the most desirable state, you would already be in it. It's just that there are certain parts of us that are addicted, attached to limitation, to problems, to issues, to certain belief systems. Does that make sense? So when you get into this state of presence, of totality, of eternity, you get to access an infinite stream of confidence, clarity, certainty, capacity, connectivity, love, bliss, creativity, and you've already tapped into it before. I know this. You could call this the flow state, where time ceases to exist, you're focused, you're tapped in, and all you want to do is create. Does that make sense? You remember this, and you do what you love, and you expand into that love while you're doing it. Okay? So you could call it the real life limitless pill. You could call it the IRL NZT48 for those who have seen that movie. I'm slanging it right now. Okay? Except it's the most, I'm not selling anything because it's there, it's in you already. It's the most reliable, dependable, effective substance that pervades your entire universe. Everything around you, in you, it's everywhere. Okay? and it's you. So it is the 0 point. It is the point from which everything comes about. It is the point from which the entire universe was created. Okay? From where you came about. Okay? And you can live in that space, from that space, projecting from eternity into the illusion of time and space, and be able to materialize what you desire instantly. Okay? Now, I am creating an aggregate of resources that supercharge this ability. Your ability to completely embody the presence of your truest and purest self in every moment of your day to day, with constant feelings of unconditional joy, love, and bliss. Let's skip this part though, because this is free. I'm not selling you anything. Any and all users of AlchemyOS are able to accomplish this, to be able to embody presence, to be able to alchemize, dissolve anything and everything that is in between them and what they want to experience. Okay? And this aggregate of resources and practices is built around the core practice of embodying the eternal now moment. Okay? That infinite river of consciousness that is always flowing through you, whether you acknowledge the now moment or whether you fall into thought. The only difference is in the outcome. When you fall into thought, that infinite river of consciousness will be directed into limitation, into your childhood traumas. It will get perfectly imprinted into every subatomic particle in your universe, and it will be reflected in one or more areas of your life. You may see it as limitation in your bank account, business, relationships, family, health, etc. It depends from person to person, of course. So, contemplate this. What if mastering the art of thoughtless beingness, of returning to complete presence in the now moment, equals instant manifestation of your desires? What if there is no such thing as reality versus imagination? What if they are the same thing? What if the only thing that keeps you separate from the instant manifestation of what you desire most is thought, is falling into judgment, which is the same thing as falling into separation? And what if we've learned as a whole, we've learned to master the deceptive behavior of falling into thought more than anything? What if the very matrix society is built in a manner that facilitates just this, falling into thought? I mean, you've clicked on this video, haven't you? Were you present when you clicked on this video? Or did you just fall into thought and you'll just skip this video and keep falling into the fucking loop and see yourself again? This happened again. I lost all my money again. I'm watching porn again. I can't go past XYZ amount in monthly income again. This happened with my family again. Or will you decide to return to presence in the now moment? I'll go further. This is a quote from Brian D. Ridgway, one of my mentors from Level 5 Mentoring. This is a post. They came up with "you are what you eat" and repeated it 1,000,000,000 times to distract us from the truth that you are what you think and you are what you breathe. What if the only thing keeping that river of consciousness from being beamed into your bank account, beamed into whatever you'd like, what if that dam is an aggregate of idea, of just stagnant energy, stagnant thoughts, trauma, you could say. And when you are able to dissolve that dam, well, energy can flow and everything returns into perfect harmony, as nature intended, as God intended. So, my core intention in creating this video right now, I thought about this before, is to remind someone, and that someone is you. You've clicked on this video and it was perfect. You're watching until the end and it's perfect. What if whatever your core constraint is, whatever the core issue you've been struggling with for the longest, it can be dissolved instantly and you can experience life beyond it? What if you can dissolve this core constraint and be free now? Whatever you've been dealing with, chronic bad breath, asthma, porn addiction, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, not being able to make enough money, making more than enough money and then losing it several times, making all of the money you've ever wanted but getting into a self-destructive path, whatever it is that you've been dealing with for decades. I'm just here to remind you that there is a way to solve it, and there is a way to see life past it so that you can laugh. As if it was just a temporary dream. And now you woke up from it and you're able to create what you so desire. That is what I want to share with you. I'm leaving a link down in the description. It's the group where you can ask for AlchemyOS itself. I will share the resources I have with you for free because it's free. And I'm offering actually free consultations. I'm limiting this to 5 at most. And where I'll actually help you to uncover your core constraint, and I'll share everything you need. I'll facilitate everything you need so that you're able to actually completely dissolve it. Okay? I'm doing all of this for free. So if you'd like, click on the link and let's do this. If you don't, it's okay. I'll be here when you're ready. Okay? So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Bye bye.